This is Mathematics, and we are here with the second section of the first chapter, expanding the brackets. Okay, so as I mentioned in the last session, these are just IGCSE, so do not worry about this at all. And we're just gonna practice to master these basic skills to move on to the next chapters much more confidently. So let's get started. Example 4 of the book. I have gotten the example from the book, and you can also find it on your book. So there's not much a difference. Okay. Example 4. Expand these expansions and simplify. No, why did I say expansions? Expand these expressions and simplify if possible. Sure. Part A. X plus 5 times x plus 2. So as from IGCSE, as from IGCSE, we know that if we're going to expand the brackets, we're going to multiply every term in the first brackets by every term in the second bracket. I simply have these. And x is multiplied by x and 2. 5 is multiplied by x and 2. And I'm going to write them right here. X squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. All right? So it can be simplified. Of course it can be. X squared plus 7x plus 10. Here we go. And for part B, x minus 2y times x squared plus 1. Multiply, 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 multiply. All right, so x times x squared, x cubed, x times 1 plus x minus 2y times x squared is going to be minus 2x squared y. Minus, why did I put minus? Because minus 2y times 1 is minus 2y. Can you simplify it? Okay, let's see. The unknown parts are not the same, so no, you cannot simplify it anymore. So you mark it as the true answer, as your final answer, not the true answer. Part C. Another color. Again, back to this color. Okay, all right. Part C. Okay, not much of a space. X minus y squared. X minus y squared. Okay, it is simply x minus y times x minus y. X times x times minus y times x, and minus y times minus y. So you're gonna write it x squared, right? Minus xy plus y squared. Minus times minus results in a plus. So it's gonna be equal to x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. So it can be simplified. And we simplified it. Let the exercise go down, down, down. No. Okay, good. And as for part D, the last part of the example, x plus y. Okay, I cannot remember it very well, so I just write it part by part. X plus y times 3x minus 2y minus 4. Minus 2y minus 4. Okay. X times 3x, x times minus 2y, x times minus 4. Y times 3x, y times minus 2y, and y times minus 4. So you're gonna write it down. X times 3x, 3x squared. X times minus 2y, minus 2xy. X times minus 4, minus 4x. Y times 3x plus 3xy. Y times minus 2y, minus 2y squared. Y times minus 4, minus 4y. Okay, can I simplify it? Well, these two terms have the same unknown parts, so yes, you can simplify it. Let me just, okay. And so I can write it as 3x squared plus xy minus 2 plus 3 is gonna be 1, and we do not write 1, of course. It's gonna be minus 4x minus 2y squared minus 4y. This is your final answer to part D. Alright, so This is the last question of exercise B, and I have brought it here so we can solve it together. So, uh, this is this one. 2x plus 5y, 3x minus y, 2x plus 5 can be written in the form ax cubed plus bx squared y plus cxy squared plus dy cubed, where a, b, c, and d are constants. Find constants. Find the values of a, b, c, and d. Okay, all right. So here you are not going to multiply the three brackets simultaneously at the same time. No, that's not a good idea, guys. You're just gonna multiply out two brackets, then you get the answer for those two brackets, for the product of those two brackets, and then you multiply the answer to the or with the third bracket. So which ones do I use? As for the first multiplication, I just use these first two. Alright, so I have 2x plus 5y times 3x minus y. So 2x times 3x, 2x times minus y, 5y times 3x, and 5y times minus y. I will write it down. 6x squared minus 2xy is gonna be 15xy, and minus 5y squared. And it can be simplified as 6x squared plus 13xy minus 5y squared. So now I have this one, and I have to put this back here instead of these two. Right. So I'm gonna write 6x squared plus 13xy, okay, minus 5y squared times 2x plus y. So am I gonna draw the arrows? Well, I suppose so. Guys, I'm sorry if it is messed up, but like I couldn't do it like any better. So I'm just gonna delete the arrows. You know that how we do the multiplication. 6x squared times 2x. Okay. 12x cubed plus 6x squared times y. 6x squared y. 13xy times 2x plus 26x squared y. Okay. Plus 13xy times y. 13xy squared. Minus 5y squared times 2x. Minus 10xy squared. And minus 5y squared times y, which is going to be equal to minus 5y cubed. And so I can simplify it, right? X squared y, x squared y. So these two can be simplified. 13xy squared and minus 10xy squared. So these two can be simplified as well. So I'm going to just simplify them. No, this color, please. 12x cube remains at its place. Plus 32x squared y. 6 plus 26 is gonna be 32. Plus 3xy squared. 13 minus 10 is gonna be 3. Minus 5y cube. And thank you. This is the result or answer for question 5. So if you wanna just clarify that A is what, B is what, C is what, and D is what, you're just gonna write A is equal to 12, B is equal to 32, C is equal to 3, and D is equal to minus 5. Right. I'm just making sure about the form. And yes, that's right. And so here comes the end of this session, and see you in the next session, guys.